Under the Quick Access tab in your modules, you'll notice one assignment down there at the bottom that says Extra Engagement Opportunities. This is optional. This is not required at all, but in this assignment, these are opportunities for you to take things one step further. Sometimes students really enjoy either the community engagement they've done or the population engagement. There's a few other options as well. This allows you to find the part that really appeals to you, dig in a little deeper, but also to receive some points for your added efforts. So, in order to get any extra engagement opportunities or points for any of those, you do need to make sure you have an overall class score greater than 80 in order to receive those bonus points, or they will not be granted. You cannot earn any more than 5 points total by combining the things below. If you are under contract for breach of professionalism within this course, you are not eligible for bonus points. And then all documentation of engagement must be submitted before Friday of week 14. I know that most assignments are due on Sunday, but these need to be in by Friday of week 14. So there are a few different options, and again, you can do whatever combination you'd like for up to 5 points. Option number 1 is you can do 5 extra hours of community engagement. Remember, that's where you're helping out based on the different organizations that are found in the CSEL calendar or the CSEL partnerships, where you can go out and engage kind of like a community service-based activity. So if you do 5 extra hours of that, you can get up to 2.5 points. If you do 5 extra hours of population engagement, this is where you're engaging with your specific population that you've chosen, the vulnerable populations on which you are basing your project for the whole semester. So an extra 5 hours there can also be 2.5 points. In these, if you continue the community engagement at the exact same place that you did your original 5 hours, you do not need to submit a new reflection. Same with population engagement. If it's the same thing, let's say that you're working with refugees and you end up spending a lot more time working and talking with those at the refugee centers than you originally anticipated, and you ended up with at least 5 extra hours, you don't necessarily need to submit a separate reflection for that. If you did find yourself in a different community engagement or population engagement situation than your original assignments, you can go in and do an abbreviated reflection and just kind of let us know. There's a stress and relaxation challenge. Throughout the modules, there's a section on epidemiology, and we talk about what that looks like as far as non-communicable epidemics, including stress. So if you can provide evidence of 5 hours worth of stress management that you personally implemented throughout the semester, and submit that, that can be worth 1 point. This can be a wide variety of things. Like I said, did you go on vacation? Did you go for a hike? Did you watch a movie? Did you get a massage? You need to submit something that lets us know. So if that's a selfie with you and your dog on a trail, great. If that's you with your toes in the sand, fantastic. You can reach out to your instructors if there's something you're not quite sure if it qualifies or not. But what is it that helps you to manage your own stress? And dedicate at least 5 hours to that, and that is worth up to 1 point. There's also advocacy letters. So as you go through the semester, if you see some of the injustices and some of the gaps in the system and would like to be proactive and be a part of that, you can write a letter advocating for your population or for the health concern you have seen, either to local, state, or national level individuals and representatives. You can submit the same concern to multiple levels. You do need to submit a copy of the letter for 1 point, and you can submit that up to 2 different letters or the same letter to 2 different people. You do need to actually show that you submitted it, not just a Word document of what the letter was, although it's important to include that as well. And then finally, there's a film case study option when you're in week 13. It's one of the 3 options you could choose from for the assignment that week. But there's also the option to do an extra film case study or 2 for 1 point each, up to 2 case studies total. In that, what you would do is you go into the film case studies option under week 13 to that assignment tab. And if you look, there's a list of characters and specific movies you can choose from. And there's also a document in there of the evaluation, the assessment that you would be completing as part of that. So you can find the document you need to fill out within that film case studies tab under week 13, and you would submit the document here into this extra opportunities page. If you chose as your option on week 13 to do the film case studies, you need to make sure that any extra ones you do are not just different characters, but from a different film than the one or ones originally selected for week 13's assignment. In the comments section of this page, you do need to have a little running tab of what was done in order to let us know what we're looking at. So if, for example, you did the extra population engagement or the extra community engagement and it was at the same place you were before, so you didn't do a new reflection piece, you need to let us know. First of all, enter it on your time log, those extra hours, but you need to let us know to see the time log for those extra hours. And we will be able to call and verify those. So please make sure that you are using good academic integrity when stating that these extra things have been done.